Alright, guys, I'm back with another chapter of Psalms. We are in chapter 5, where it reads, "The lies of enemies. God is able to defend us from lies spoken against us." Let's get right into it. Oh, look. Let's try that again. Say, "O Lord, hear me as I pray. Pay attention to my groaning. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God. For I pray to no one but you. Listen to my voice in the morning, Lord. Each morning I bring my request to you and wait expectantly. O God, you take no pleasure in wickedness. You cannot tolerate the sins of the wicked. Therefore, the proud may not stand in your presence, for you hate all who do evil. You will destroy those who tell lies. The Lord detests murderers and deceivers. Because of your unfailing love, I can enter your house. I will worship at your temple with deepest awe. Lead me in the right path, O Lord, or my enemies will conquer me. Make your way plain for me to follow. My enemies cannot speak a truthful word. Their deepest desire is to destroy others. Their talk is foul, like the stench from an open grave. Their tongues are filled with flattery. O God, declare them guilty. Let them be caught in their own traps. Drive them away because of their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them sing joyful praises forever. Spread your protection over them, that all who love your name may be filled with joy. For you bless the godly, O Lord. You surround them with your shield of love." So, I really like reading anything that David wrote. There's connections that I make to the importance of David, and with that being the end of chapter 5, as short as all these Psalms are, there's still super important little tidbits that really speak to me because of just the simple connection that when you read through the Bible, it lets you know that David is a man after God's own heart. And so there's favor in that. We know that he was anointed, but there's still, I find such relatable acts with David that really bring me peace, that help me understand that no, I am still in pursuit of God. Even though sometimes I struggle, that constant pursuit of him helps me through those struggles. When he says, "Listen to my cry," he's cry for help every morning. "For I pray to no one but you." He asks to hear him, the groaning that he says that he has. "Listen to my voice in the morning. Each morning I bring my request to you." So there's still things that he asks for, and he waits expectantly. Say, "I ask and I know it's on the way." There's certain things that that the Bible lets you know, that all these fantastic role models. Now we know the greatest role model is Jesus. He was perfect. But all these people that God says he has favor with, or that was a friend to him, they say Abraham was the friend of God, and David was had a heart for God, and all these fantastic things. They say, wow, we really need to. We understand that David has a strong self-reflection over Psalms and other parts of the Bible of the things he shouldn't have done. It's that strong self-reflection that makes me appreciate him for the person he is in the Bible and the role he plays in Israel. Because the greatest leaders of all time always had strong self-reflection. And that's one thing that David does fantastically. He understands that, you know, he's not so boastful that he thinks he can slay any enemy without the help of God. He knows that he needs him. And it's that reason why I really admire when I read from anything written by David, because he was this man that did all these fantastic things and became king and really had all these resources and loved all these people, but still struggled with rage and anger and frustration and lust and all these things. And it just makes that walk with God not seem impossible. And not that I need David to do that, but man, is it great to have that example. It's super great to have that example, to know that even one of the greats of the Bible, someone that really just actively lived that life with Jesus, constantly pursuing that relationship with God, and he fell short all the time. and was still called a man after God's own heart. So that means I have hope. And not that I have hope in David, but man, is it nice to have a good example of God's good graces. And so I appreciate David for that, and I appreciate Psalms for the constant praise that he gives God and how graceful and merciful he really is. And that's God, not David. So with that, I love you. Jesus loves you. Have a good night. God bless. Tomorrow we will read chapter 6 in Psalm where it says, deliverance in trouble, God is able to rescue us. And I find myself constantly in need of rescuing. So on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And that's it. God bless, guys. See ya.